You guys want to go with some? Oh, here's another really cool lucite piece. I love this piece. I love, love, love this piece. This is frosted mid-century modern. It has a clasp. It's got these leaves, but it's called frosted lucite. The leaves are, let me remember, 2¼ inches by about 1 inch at the widest. And it's got these little beads. It's, I want to say 18 inches long, I think. It's all in there. And it's just very, very cool. $5. How can you find a frosted lucite necklace for $5? I've actually never seen one like this before. I've seen a lot of plastic, but not something like this. Frosted lucite. Thank you, Nasta 44. I just love the detail in these leaves. Just really shows, the craftsmanship back in the 60s and 70s and beyond was so much better. Thank you for bidding. Congratulations. Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. See, what else can I find real quick? I have some kind of expensive pieces. I don't know if you guys want. Oh, how about we auction off Emmy's earrings? These are just cute little bead earrings. Just $1. Oops, she's losing her headpiece. Uh-oh. I'll just put it down here. These are just, I put them up there for $1 because they're just cute. I figured somebody probably grab them up that way there's no real extra, a lot of shipping. They're pierced. They're just fun. Wear them out with your vintage colored 70s, 80s. Thank you, Nancy. They're about 1 inch long here. And these are Emmy's lucite ball earrings. And, oh, Jamie's winning. Oh, Nancy's winning. And they're off. Well, I could send one to each one of you guys. I just love the colors in these. They're so like 70s. I was alive in the 70s. I was a teenager in the 70s. Oh my goodness. It's still going. I didn't realize it was a progressive, like people keep bidding and it'll keep going. Aw. Thank you, Jamie. They're just adorable. Thank you, Nancy. Oops. Thank you, Nancy. I was wondering when I was going to do that. So let me see. What else do I have that's close to the top? Because scrolling down this. Oh, I just picked these up. I got to tell you. I just picked these. These are fun. I'm starting them at $3. I actually bought them from a little girl. I can't remember her name. She was selling all this jewelry. I'm just kind of selling them for cost. They're just cute. These are acrylic. They're not really frosted lucite, but they are frosted polymer, thermoplastic. They're kind of gently, you can move them. They're for pierced ears. They're just so cute. Thank you, Jamie. They're just adorable. I just think, look, see how adorable they would be on your, they're huge. They're like 2 inches, I think. But this little girl was selling all this vintage jewelry, so I sat there and talked to her. Maybe she's watching right now. Oh, no. So anyway, here we go. 2 seconds, 3 seconds. They're just beautiful little pastel things. And Now I bought I bought $40 worth of jewelry from her because I just wanted her to fall in love with sewing jewelry, and she was only like 6 years old. And I invited her and her parents to be friends, and I would teach them some things. Hi, Liz 38. Nice to meet you. If I didn't say hi to you, it's because everything's kind of moving fast for me, and I tend to get a little bit lost. I'm going to bring the big boys in now. I have these adorable little guys. Where'd they go? They got to be here somewhere. I know I posted them. Oops. They're not here. Oh no. Well, I cannot find my cute little guys. There they are. So I have these adorable little guys. One is a little bit more than the other. But that's because he's missing his basket. When I did the comps on these guys, I really was surprised to find it. I have them here for less than half of what I would sell them at a show for. But see this little basket? These little cute little Dutch boys. You know, you could always go back and get this little guy here, and then you put them between, and you got a whole little Dutch family. So this isn't the red pants guy. I want to go first. No, I want to go first. I want to go first. Okay, guys, heads or tails? Heads. I win. Okay, Mr. Red Pants, you can go first. Okay, and so anyway, as you can see back here with I'm sorry, I start playing with my jewelry. Hopefully there won't be a lot of heavy petting while we're doing a show. So this little guy here, it's all one piece of plastic, and they made the little they made the little hook here so you can, but it's really actually very sturdy. And then they made where you can put the little pin back, and if you look really close, you can see how it's actually an old tea style. But these guys are post 1927, which means they don't have that piney smell. They didn't actually take all the camphor out of the mix of celluloid, but they did reduce it quite a bit because it wasn't a good thing when things would catch on fire because of the camphor. And so it was dangerous. Okay. See, he's got pretty good. He's got a little bit of wear, but not too much. Pretty good. A little scratch there. Pretty good shape. I mean, this guy is almost 100 years old. Uh-oh. Those were supposed to come off. Well, those were supposed to come off. Oh, I'm trying to type to you. The dressy clips were actually supposed to come off because I have misplaced one, so I can't show them because I thought that I deleted it from the whole thing. But if you bid on them, okay, good. I have the other one somewhere. I just don't know where I put it because I was like up at 3 o'clock this morning trying to get the rest of my listings up, because even though I know we won't have time, here's the white guy. Oh wait, that probably didn't come out right. Here's the Mr. White Pants. Now he's a little bit more. He has his basket. I'm going to run him. I'm starting him at 18. I usually have him listed for about 40 to 45 when I'm doing shows. So, Joni! I love you, Joni. She's been a really good support for me. Anyway, this guy, oops, nope, Mr. White Pants now. This guy here, you can see his little lips are kind of red. You can see he's got his little basket. It didn't get lost. Little yellow shoes. Now, I do know there's a little Dutch girl somewhere out there that's missing her little red man. I've seen them both actually in white and red, but I don't have. So, see, what an adorable little face. So these guys were made after 1927, but before 1940. And how about the eagle? Oh, do I have an eagle? I'm wondering what you are calling the eagle. Are you calling this guy the eagle? Let me know. Let's see, I have all those guys over there. And then I have that big one down there. But none of them are really eagles, but they might look like eagles. Next to the shell. I have a shell. Oh my goodness. Is it down here or is it up? Oh. Uh-oh. Now somehow I went on. I'm going to have to, I don't need that anyway. Bye-bye. Listing calls in an eagle. Let me see if I can figure out what I was talking about. Oh, this guy. My little eagle guy. Oh, you know what? He is so cool. This little eagle guy. I think he is actually American, what they called American arts and crafts, from the American arts and crafts movement. This little eagle guy is very small, but these were so popular. Finding any kind of an eagle that's in any kind of shape at all. Here you are. Move to the stage. Start the auction. Yeah. So this guy here, see, I love the little, from the mold, if you see, you can see the little, that's not feathers, it's stars. So the American, so the arts and crafts movement actually started in the mid-1800s. And it was, oh, and this is actually around 1900 before. You can see this is a real C. This is a real C clasp here. This is not one that's just got a broken safety clasp. So when you see something like that, you know, you probably are before 1910. So I just love the way those little stars are. And there are 13 of those stars in there. And then red, white, and blue. But the American arts and crafts was kind of, the arts and crafts was getting away from the machine-made stuff that was coming out. There was some repulse that was, you know, hammered in and that kind of thing. Okay. So thank you very much, Brannon. This is a really great deal on this little guy. Some of these eagles I've seen can go for really crazy amounts of money. So I'm sure he's going to get this really great home. But the arts and crafts movement was kind of separated because they did everything by hand. Bright yellow lucite earrings. Woohoo! These guys. Now remember, I said lucite wasn't lucite. It was originally, they changed the name. It was called polylite. I'm trying to remember my notes. You know, I made notes because I knew people would be, where are you? I can't find the yellow flowers. So anyway, I was really surprised to find that out, that DuPont had actually changed the name, had called a celluloid lucite, and then changed the name. Oh, there you are, bright happy flowers. And we're starting this auction at $5, which is not very much money for these. These can go for really big amounts. And look at all the rhinestones are so good in this one. Though now this little riveting stuff is called swedge, and that's spelled SWEDGE, like svedge, only swedge. And it's a form of how they made jewelry by using rivets instead of glue. So these little guys in here, these little rhinestones, are actually in a rivet, but they're probably glued in. They're not prong set. I can't see a prong. Let me see. My eyes are starting to react to the light. Is there prongs on there? Anyway, but gluing is not a bad thing. Like I said earlier, they used glue on pot metal and that kind of thing. So bright, happy little rhinestones. You're gonna have big, beauty. Look at how cute these look on Emmy. Look how cute those are on Emmy. And they will be that cute on you too. And congratulations, Nancy. You're just on a roll. A determined woman you are. Thank you so much. So let me see. Anything else? Anything else? I know, right, Jamie? That was a great grab. Those are adorable earrings. I have a real hard time selling stuff sometimes because I really wish I could keep it all, but that's not good. It would not be good for me to keep it all. I'm already in trouble with my family, so. I did. I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me. I'm not very good at this yet. I probably won't be. I can't hear myself talking, and so I'm looking. Oh, here it is. So I had put this guy into a purge about a week and a half ago. I love the way it dangles. It's perfect for like a little your little blouse. It's not going to weigh your blouse down. It's very lightweight. It is pre 1927. So if you dip it in hot water, it's going to smell like Pine Sol or Campho-Phenique. Again, it's got that little plastic, the little celluloid clasp here, the C clasp, and it's molded around the little hinge. Now it doesn't lift up very much, you know. You have to kind of pull it up, so be careful. You don't make this too big and pop it out. But if you do, you can always get this to come off. This is probably just glued on, and then just glue another pin back on it. But this is the original pin back. Thank you. Brannon? That's not Nancy. That's a different one. Brannon 58. Thank you. Okay. Anything else anybody wants to see? Is that Teresa? Brannon is Teresa? I'll have to remember that. Thank you, Teresa. So I have this. Let me see what else. You guys look around, and I'm going to see. I got this really cool thing, and I like when I first looked at it, I thought, how could this be a pin? So I have it up for really inexpensive. I'm like, how could this be a pin? Now it is pre 1927. When I tested it, it was smelled really piney, like Campho-Phenique. The rhinestones are, I'll tell you, once there's rhinestones put into celluloid, you have to Dremel them out. You absolutely are never going to get them out. They stuck there. They're never coming out. They weren't glued. I think they were pressed in while it was cooling. But look at this. I think it's for hair. Whoops. I think it's for hair. Only $3. It's got this little, but it's not metal. So it has to be something. That's why I'm thinking it was for your hair, a little hair decoration. Like a bobby pin, only it's a celluloid green hairpin. And thank you. Let's see. Something really cool. Jamie, I think you're going to love this. If I can find the actual, if I can find them and throw them up there. Oh, here they are. I was down taking some pictures in my new workspace, which is like you're only seeing a portion of it. So I have these steel cut clips. So the picture I took was on a Nike box because they just weren't looking very good on the black. Steel cut was a crazy process, and basically they started making them for a lot of reasons, but mostly because they could make it like gemstones, and all of these little faucets are cut individually. This was like a painstaking process to do this. These guys have their clips, and these are shoe clips. These guys have their clips. How do I get them off? I forgot. So not only do they have a clip, and then you slide them off this way. This way? Come on. Up. Let's see, you slide them off and on. But they were made by L.W. Smith in France. He actually started, or LW in Paris, but they were made in France. He actually started in Belgium, and why he moved to Paris, I don't know. Apparently it was to make these painstakingly, individually faceted little pieces of pot metal steel that actually look like marcasites, but they're not. They are just cut little pieces of steel. And this has the original leather. So somebody really took very good care of these. These are probably late 1800s. There's quite a story behind these little guys. Apparently, at some point they called it donated jewelry because the King of France wanted everybody to donate their expensive jewelry to fund his wars in the 7 Years' War, I think it was. Oops. How easy that slides on. I can't even figure out how to do it. So you've got that little snap-on, put on your shoe. It's very good. They'll be available, but it's just such a cool piece of history. And these actually, that's such a good price on these. A lot of people will take them and they'll make bracelets out of them too. Anyway, okay, next up. Anybody ever seen a duet? Do you know what a duet is? Let me see if I can find a duet. Me too. And it goes on and on. There's even so much more history than that on there. Oh, now I got dinged on this one. I'm going to start this one. I don't know if anybody really wants to. I'm going to start this one because it's got really cool history. It's only for a minute. You got to listen to a little history while you come see my stuff. So see this guy? This was made by the Chanel Novelty Company in 1941. It's absolutely correct on the date because Reynad was trying to piggyback off of Chanel. Let me see if I can get up close enough. Okay, so you see there's the Renad name right there. Is that Chanel? But Chanel is under the leaf. He called it the Chanel Novelty Company. It was during World War II, and Chanel actually filed a legal action to make him stop using their name, even though they weren't producing jewelry. This is not gold plating. This is the kind of plating I was telling you about, where it's kind of made of brass and copper to make it look gold. It's not paint, it's just a plating, but it's really cheap. These are acrylic flowers. It's a polymer plastic. I'm not really sure if it's celluloid or if it's actually the first kind of lucite that came out. Polylite. Anyway, this guy. So they made him stop making it. This is so incredibly rare to find these with both marks on it. And I just really love it. That's why I included it. I figured, people are going to start coming to my shows because I'm always going to have a little something about these guys. Let's go with this. Let me see if I can find him. How about a bangle bracelet? It's just not very expensive. Lucite. Move to stage. 1 minute auction. It's more lucite. It's more plastic. So really think it's 3 1/4. But if I can get it on my fat little hand, then we're good. Actually, it's not so fat anymore. Those of you that don't know, I had a pretty serious surgery about a year ago. My stomach had decided to party in my chest, so they moved it. The best part about it is I'll never be fat again. Anyway, that's my story. So this is just a lucite, $5. Goes on my wrist. Yeah, it's okay though. It wasn't that bad. I didn't know it was major surgery or that I could have given myself a heart attack eating too much, but black and white. If you have black and white outfits, this really is something you want for your outfit. I love bangles myself. Okay, what's next? You guys got to tell me what you want to see. Let's see. Dog, I talked to you about that one, all these guys. Let's see, go back. Oh, I have these really cool Trifari beads, and I'm really starting them at a very, very, very low price. But I really love them. And the thing about these being Trifari beads is that these guys, this signature here, this is the last decade of the beautiful Trifari. Trifari didn't sign it for a little while, and then in the 70s they started signing it again. They were selling on QVC for a while, and then after that it was kind of no more. But this is one of the last signed Trifaris, the last era, 1970s. These are plastic, different feels of plastic. I just love them. And for $5, it's like really cute. There you go, Nancy. You know what, Nancy? This, I don't know if you're going to resell or what, but you can make money on it. I've seen them for like $18 or $19 on eBay. So, thank you, Nancy. You're going to have quite the box coming. Okay. Let's see. Elephant? Oh, here's one. I was going to show you this. So a little bit more money, but it's tested sterling silver and tested sterling silver and its celluloid. So this is pre-1927. It's a little dressy clip. It's really cute. And it's in very good condition. It tested positive for sterling. And you can see it's just like a really clean. The reason I put it in the show is because it also tested for positive for celluloid. And if you look at the little, you can see the little divots from the mold on the celluloid. I will put that up next. Ha! Yeah, I like to pet them too. Sometimes I'll put them really high priced when I'm doing shows out, take them to shows. Like this little guy over there, I had him at like $75 because I'd rather pet him than sell him. So I do get that. I love this little guy. It's almost one more ball. It would have been a 4-leaf clover. This, I don't think I tested it, but I'm pretty sure it's post 1927. Just based on, because it was World War II. They did have, honestly, sweetheart and mothers. They call them all sweetheart pins. They also had bracelets, and they had those even into the early 1800s or mid 1800s. So these were worn by a patriotic mother when her son, pretty much not daughter in those days, but when their sons were over, to show that they were the mother of a soldier. I also have a wife from Fort something. I love the triple in my regular store on District. I love this triple, how they did that. And then it's wire, and if you look at it, the wire comes through and makes this curl here to hold your pin on. So this is really adorable. Thank you so much, Tirenda. I don't know what your real name is, but thank you so much, because this is just, I love this piece here. Okay, and now you can love it. Anything else? I didn't see anything else. I saw the mother's pin. I have this cute, adorable. When I saw it, I went, really? I have no idea. This is like, might be considered pot metal, because of course everything's pot metal if it's not pewter and not exactly. It's a hair thing. But it's on plastic, so it counted. The rhinestones are all pretty good on it. They're not. If they're looking dark in the camera, it's only because it's in the camera. I made as much light as possible to give you as much sparkle as possible. Star and, oh, I love that piece. I will put that up next. So anyway, this is pretty well, it's riveted. It's pretty well made. I can't see it falling apart like when you're out. But you could wear it this way, or this way, or this way, or I really love it. Okay, Jamie, thank you so much. It's really very cute. I think you're really going to love it when you get it. Star and Moon. Moon and Stars. When I was a young girl, much younger than now, I met a girl named Tamara Moon and Stars. I'll never forget that name. We were crazy when we were kids. And we could just call ourselves anything we wanted to. Moon and Stars, where are you? Oh, there you are. Move it to the stage. This, honestly, when I first was looking at it, I thought, wow, this is in such good shape. This is how it came in, literally. Like, This is in really good shape. This is very old. This is a pretty sturdy pot metal, but for the enamel to look like this was kind of amazing. Then I saw this little, I thought it was dented at first, but the more I looked at it, the more I realized it's just the way the mold, here it is, just the way it was molded. It kind of looks like it's dented, but if it was dented, this part would be cracked, and it's not. It's just part of the mold. And that's just so typical for the way that things were done. You know, they'd make molds and then they'd put the parts on. It's got a nice solder here. Now, this is after 1910 C-clasp, and the difference is the way that they're constructed. I remember when I was in Brownies, was in the 60s, they still had C-clasp, but they're constructed differently. And you can also see, and I've seen the people trying to copy them. You see that, how that is? Okay, now the companies that are trying to make jewelry look old, yeah, they can't get this whole copied part here. So, very nice rhinestones. Sorry, I get sucked into these pieces. And I'm knowing that this is the last time I'll ever be able to pet this after I put it in the mail to you. So, Elegance at a Glance. Wow, what a name. I love it. Thank you so much. Art Deco Square. Oh, I love this little piece. That's not it. It's adorable. I love them all, though. I'm really a pot metal fanatic. I ended up buying when I didn't know what I was doing, because there was a day I have spent a lot of, this square brooch. I'm not sure if you want the celluloid or the pot metal. You said pot metal. So anyway, when I didn't know what I was doing, I ended up taking a risk on eBay, crazy, crazy risk, and I bought these huge lots for $150 of old jewelry. That's all I knew about it, and it was all old pot metal. I had no idea what I had. So I had all these dressy clips, like probably 70 or 80 of them, and I sold them all in a lot, and it went up to $177, and that was like 20 years ago. I was like, oh my gosh. But I really fell in love with pot metal at the time, because then I started getting, learning how to repair it, or I call it restoration, because really, this has got a little bit of a bent pin back. Sorry about that. I call it restoration because these pieces, once they're gone, they are getting more and more scarce. And once they're gone, they'll be gone. Finding stones, oh my gosh. Right now, I got a couple little connections to stones. You can see this one is actually prong set. Little prongs there. Little prongs on the end. That's kind of unusual. Not necessarily, but not all pot metal has prong set. They made the cups. Let's see. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. Oh, wait, it ended. Well, if you want that one again, it's okay. I'm not sure if I was talking too much and you missed it, or I got the wrong one. Yes. So anyway, I don't even know where I'm at or how much time I have left. Let's see. I'm gonna just run this guy just so you can see him, because I love this guy. It's kind of another reason I fell in love with. I've seen them out there where these guys are like got enamel on them. They've been enameled, but this one doesn't have enamel. It never did have enamel. I don't know if the ones that are enameled are people actually enameling them, or they were some of these with this mold, but they're actually about a third smaller. I don't know. You can tell by the long hook. There will be several different sizes of these. This is the largest one. He's got this crazy long hook. But he came in and all his stones, he was missing half his stones. Thank you, Jamie. He was missing half his stones and they were all yellow and gross. So the way you can tell pot metal's been done right is because you look at it like that and you can see how they're all basically even. That is very important when you are doing a restoration in pot metal. So make sure that all your stones match and that they are all even and they all fit in the little cups. When these molds are made, they were made actually with this is the guy that I'd rather pet than sell. And they actually are made little cups. And then they actually use glue, and some of the ones that were done cheaper, that yellow crusty stuff that you find on these guys, that actually is glue, like sprayed on coating. This guy came in just like this. He's my favorite. Not my favorite guy, because I like this guy too. This one came in just like this too. I did absolutely nothing to either one of these. They just came in fabulous. And all of their little stones, you can see they're all level. There's not like crazy sticking out. They all matched, all the same. There's not like 2 or 3 Swarovskis and then a couple of fired. They're all just the same. And this is rhodium plated, and you can tell the difference if you look at it. The rhodium plated is so much more shinier. So I love this guy, and thank you for not buying him because he can sit and stare at me a little bit longer. Okay, we'll raid Kristen. That will be fun. How about I don't know if anybody wants this dog or not, but I'm going to put him up here because I really like this dog. And people are such dog people, you know. This is an Airedale, and he's been worn pretty good as far as he's been petted a lot. You can tell this is this is more silver, then you've got the gold up here. But that's the difference of having gold plating and having plating that they put on that was copper and zinc mixed to make a gold color. But I just look at this little face. You see how it's not all rhinestones. It got some little rivets there, but all the rhinestones are the same. Woof woof. I just love this guy. Little rhinestones on his tail. Nice. See, he's much more gold on the back. Okay. I don't know if you guys want to look at a duet. How about a lobster? Lobsters usually are pretty popular. This guy. Look at this. He's celluloid. He's got all that celluloid. After 1927, he didn't smell when I warmed him up. He's got the celluloid plastic little clasp. Okay, I love that flamingo. Now I'm sad. I love tremblers. Anyway, back to the celluloid lobster. He's so cute. You know, you can wear them when you go boating. Does anybody go boating anymore? Wear a little sailor suit, blue and white stripes. He's hinge is into. You can see how cool that is, how it's made to hold the little hinge, and it just, they really had to think about this. It wasn't, just about pouring things into a mold. Well, how are we going to keep it on us? And it's over. Okay, Mr. Lobster, I absolutely love the flamingo. Thank you for helping, Jamie. I'll have to send you a special little something with your winnings, or maybe you just help so you can see everything. Okay, I'm looking for the flamingo. We're scrolling. Flamingo. It's coming. Got to be here somewhere. Yeah, I love this flamingo. I just got myself a trembler, a rhinestone pot metal trembler. I love them. They are orchids and I love them. But this guy, look at this guy. Watch this. Isn't that cool? Now there's quite a bit of, I don't know if somebody has re-enameled this or what. It looks like not. It looks like it was just really bright pink. And there's some wear here, but it doesn't really detract from the quality, or it really kind of helps make it look like it's a wing. All the rhinestones are the same. See, they're all the same level. Now, I did see one other comp. I was so sad. It was all twisted. Like the wing was twisted crazy. It was like $59. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. So this guy here, too, he did have black legs. You can tell he's got a little bit of enamel left there, but a lot of people, I found this group where they actually talk about how to do these, restore them well. Looks like he's either somebody tried to draw a mouth on him, or the enamel has worn off his beak. I'm not really sure which it is. I've actually never ever seen one of these before. So congratulations. Elegance at a glance. This is so cool. And you're just going to love it. Happy petting. I'll be sad to put him in a box. And anything else? Let's see. Also asked how big. Oh, the calla lily. Oh, it's here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Oh, you got to see this. This calla lily is, I want to say, let me see if I do. I do. I have this little green pad here. So it is 2.5 by about 1.25. It is very cool. I've had this forever. This particular brooch, I've had it forever. I just keep misplacing it. It was really odd. This is one of those ones you cannot clean up. It's got a lot of dark pot metal in it. It's also got a little bit of, I'm looking for the ad, but it's got a lot of dark metal in it, and it's not pewter, but it's got a little dent there too. It's not pewter, but it is got some dark metal, and nothing, no silver cleaner, toothpaste, nothing like that would clean it up. It was kind of dark when I got it, and I had to rub it. And that's why I kept misplacing it, because I live in a house called Crazy Town. Here it is. And with a lot of crazy people. The banjo brooch. Okay, banjo brooch will be next. Banjo brooch is actually at a pretty good price, but it does have some issues with it. So anyway, so this guy, this is all Art Nouveau. Telltale. Here's your little C clasp. That's a C clasp that was not broken without the safety clasp. It's got a large, longer than the pin goes out past the end here. That's because, and it's got a little bit of a bend. It's probably not too. It's probably because it went on heavy coats and things like that. So that's why they're always a little bit longer. These are really nice calla lilies, and they have been well petted by me because they were black little things when I got them. But I have ADHD, so I'm constantly working on jewelry all the time. Like, I'll just have I have tons of those little soft claws around. Thank you, Nancy. And I just rub everything while I'm talking to people. And the banjo. Dun, 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 dun. Now, this banjo guy, I love this banjo guy, and they're not really very common. But this one, when I did, like, I'll do a quick glance over, but then when I do get them ready for auctions, I'm crazy nitpicky about stuff because I don't ever want somebody to get something from me that makes them go, "Oh, I'm so sad." I want your heart to smile when you get stuff from me. So anyway, looking at comps, there's a little wood piece that was supposed to go here, kind of to hold the strings together. And then last night, sadly, while I was looking at it for the last time, I realized that this is what I'm talking about when I say it's a C clasp. It's not a C clasp. It is a clasp that the safety mechanism fell off of, which is not uncommon because they kind of, especially when they started making them, they would get loose. They still get loose, and then they just kind of fall off no matter what you do to them, trying to tighten them up. So anyway, it still works really well. It does need a little bit more cleaning, but the pin back is sturdy. Doesn't look like it's going to fall apart anymore. And look at that. It's riveted to the Bakelite. Now, I did test this for Bakelite. It is Bakelite. This is Bakelite. This is Lucite. Mixed together. Everybody see that Pauly Shore movie where they took their thing and they mixed them together? Sorry. Anyway, so look at the construction of this. You can see the little screws in there. Isn't that cool? Huh. It's got some nice, this is actually carved into it. It is so unique. I was so happy when I got it, but that's why it's only $15 because you can either wear it like it is, or you can take it. There's, I'm sure, a repair person that actually could do that. I thought about it and I thought, oh, that's a lot of work to make that little piece. I could find a piece for that, though. I thought about that, pulling it from the auction and doing that, but I haven't. So if you decide you want it, you know where it is. And, oh, this guy. Well, I'm going to talk about this guy anyway, because this is one I totally restored. And he is a book piece, but I didn't bring my book down or pictures of it. It's actually in this book my mom got me for Christmas. See how they're all the same? I did that very on purpose. I used a very specific. These are actually an old stock rhinestone that I managed to find a stash of, and I've been buying as many as I can. And he probably had red eyes or green eyes in the beginning, but I gave him blue eyes. But most of his stones were missing. And normally normally they have these little green enamel feet. And I read about renameling, but then I thought, I kind of like his feet naked. So and blue eyes. So now I used to believe that if you restored or fixed something, that it take the would take the value away, but that's not true. And especially with these pieces, it's not necessarily true, because people would rather buy this than naked, or they would rather buy this guy. I just love this guy. He just shines so pretty. Doo-doo. Than the crusty yellow ones. Like this butterfly guy, it was crusty and yellow and black and gross, and I'm just like, so there was a lot of work going to that, but it's kind of a labor of love, and it helps keep my little, here, we'll just put them up there. Now, I didn't start him so high because of any other reason except that this is a pretty unique piece. Pretty hard to find these guys. Pretty hard to find Art Deco pot metal butterflies. Yes, exactly. I do. I'm very picky about my stones. I'm very picky about the how they fit in the cups, because these are all little tiny cups. In all these little tiny cups. And they were actually originally glued in, like I said. But if you look at them, very careful, I made sure I had the right size. Every single one. I don't have big ones. I don't have big, like, lips sticking out where, you can tell that it's a rhinestone. Well, that is a process. Yes, I use GS Hypo. I do. I always have. I didn't know there was other glue. I first bought stones from Heavenly Jewels and Mr. Stones 20 years ago. So, never, if you guys just even put one rhinestone in, please never use super glue. Clean them so well with this guy. I'll tell you, this guy has been rubbed. It had some pretty deep scratches in it, and you can see it's still got some divots. But I call it petting. Just a lot of heavy petting. Never super glue. Never, never, never super glue. I finally figured out how to get the super glue out of the holes, but you have to use a Dremel. Let's see. I don't know, you guys. Is there anything else you're interested? Oh, I got some. This is a cool guy, and it's a really, really good price. And it's really cool, but I'll warn you, it really needs some cleaning. It is. I'm pretty sure. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty sure I've got it listed as celluloid, but oh no, I do have it listed as Bakelite. Okay, I've been dealing with some it clacks like Bakelite. Okay, listen. That's a Bakelite clack. The plastic doesn't clack like that, except Marblite. Marblite clacks like Bakelite. So anyway, this guy needs some cleaning and some rubbing. I haven't done a lot with it. It's got a pretty heavy lacquer on it, and it needs to be kind of oiled off here. But I had some Cellini heads come in this fall, and one of them was black, heavily lacquered. The base was Bakelite. They were both base Bakelite. One tested Bakelite, the tortoiseshell, but the black one did not. And I really did a lot of research to find out. Yeah, this isn't rust. It just, well, I guess it kind of is. Maybe I need to pull it. Do some cleaning, some rubbing. Probably some kind of a brass thing. But anyway, sometimes Bakelite will not test Bakelite. It's not because it's not Bakelite. It's because it's heavily lacquered. And there's nothing, no 409, no semichrome, no hot water, no nothing you can do. Okay, What about this guy? I like this guy. This is a comet. This, I know, it doesn't look like a comet, but it is. It is a celluloid comet, and it is so cool. It's pre 1927, which means that it smells like pine sol, camphophenique. When you, oh, it's got to be up here. When you heat it up or when you get it warmed up, I'm not saying drop it into, especially celluloid. If you suspect celluloid, don't like put it in hot water or boiling water and leave it sit there. Like, you just want to warm it up, because all you're trying to do is release the effervescence of the chemicals. And then once you've done that, because I've had celluloid pieces that get foggy because I've left them in too long. Oh, here you are. You'll notice that actually it's the green background up there, but it's actually a reflection out of the mirror. So anyway, this guy, he's blue. It's like blue tiger stripe. You can see the C-clamp. Now, the reason I know this is a comet is because I've done enough reading about when the Halley's Comet went past about I want to say 1910, but it could have been 1901, but I'm pretty sure it was 1910. So they were making all these comet brooches to celebrate it, and I actually have two, and they're both celluloid, and they're both pre-1927 celluloid. So you see how this is like, this one, the rhinestones are discolored, but it's still cool. But this guy, it's pretty big, and the back of it's clean. There's no degradation. Gotta do a little. Nancy, I will send you some rubbing cloths, some petting cloths, and I'll probably work on a couple of these things, a little cleaning it up. This guy is so beautiful. And look how big he is. Like, you know. So a lot of times when you get something from me, you'll get, uh-oh, do I have two of them up there? You guys really seem to like the cellulite. I'm going to show you this little guy. He's so cute. He's also a leftover. A lot of times when you do purges, people just don't, like, you don't talk to people about these things that you got. Look at him. He's adorable. Little celluloid guy. Little miner. Probably from Nevada, California somewhere. I know he's a miner. He's not a cowboy. Well, maybe he's a cowboy. He's got a gun. I didn't realize that was his tail. I thought that was a backpack, but I didn't see him this close up. So, some kind of a gopher maybe? A cowboy hat. Just adorable. Now, this is heavily glued. It's not like that one that had the... Don't look at my nail. That's gross. Anyway, he is adorable. $5. And that one's over. I haven't heard from her for a little while. How about this guy? Let me see. What do I got? I have these really cool little bracelets. They're not very expensive. I got this one. This lucite. Real lucite. Oh, no, it might have been the old lucite. Uh-oh, it's missing a stone. Never mind. Well, I can fix that. I don't know when it popped a stone, but I have one. That's that color. Oh, I bet that's that one I picked up. I did pick one up. So anyway, have this other one here and that I'm going to put up next. These stones feel like acrylic, so it's probably some kind of a polymer. This guy's aqua. These kind, I noticed that the luccites tend to pop stones more than the, I don't know. I still haven't figured out how to get rhinestones out of celluloid, except with a Dremel. It is so hard. You can't just pop them out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That could be true. But it's okay because I don't care one way or the other. I won't be mad one way or the other. But if you need to, we just can make a deal after. I'm not weird like that. Not like I've never bought too much before. I had to call the auctioneer and say, I need to use a different card because that one's not going to take that $1,000 worth of jewelry I just bought. And you guys thought I was crazy when I said I did that, but I did do that. Here's another one. I don't know. I may be just doing a show. I love this guy. This guy is celluloid. This is pre-1927 celluloid. It passed the smells like camphor finique when you get it hot. It's got these really interesting, I don't want to call them acrylic, but they're some kind of a polymer. But they did do acrylic type back. I was reading about it. I want to say like 1915-ish, maybe a little later. So if that's the case, then that would make sense that you could put acrylic stones into a celluloid or even a metal. But $5. $5. Goes on, comes off pretty easy. Come on. Okay, this one's a little smaller. It's probably only about 2 1/4, 2.5 inches. And over. And is there anybody here but you and me? I don't know. Let's see. This wants me to do something. So, I'm not running. Oh, I still got about 10 minutes left. So there's 8 people. Hi, 8 people. Hi, Joni. Joni and I just trade back and forth. Anything you want to see a close up of, Joni? How about a duet, if I can find my duet? Oh, I'm going to put this one on just so I can talk about it. This guy, this lady, I have had this on a different venue for a little bit more. And somebody contacted me and they said, this is a Kramer. That's a Kramer. No, I know construction of a Kramer, kind of like, how some people know it's Juliana by its construction, like people like me. So, and I suspected it was somebody. And Kramer was one of the suspects. But I'm not that person that goes, oh, it could be this, just so you'll come look at it and maybe buy it thinking that it was this guy. And then it's not. So I got the pin all kind of wackadoodled here. Here we go. So anyway, I love this. It's so beautiful, though. This little nice little safety catch here. A double. You can tell it wasn't made by D&E, but this was made probably I want to say early 50s. It's got this double. Look at that. I love that. It's so pretty. Yeah, I know, right, Joni? So anyway, I just love this. It's so beautiful. Probably Kramer. But I haven't found any evidence that says so. And look at how they prong set those little teeny things. Anybody else want to see anything? How about Bat Guy? Bat Guy, Batman, Batman. This old Bat Guy. His kind of fell out of something as I was putting together the listings for this. I have so much pop metal that I'll be doing pop metal shows until I want to say, what are we, 2024? Oh, probably 2030. That's how much pop metal I have. And a lot of it falls out of little envelopes like this. Perfectly fine. Oh, Bat Guy. Could be a bird, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a bat. If you look at it, you can see there's like almost like a double layers. Like they got these big stones and they got some smaller stones down there. That guy could be a butterfly. I don't think so though. Butterflies have wings up here too. And straight pin back, rhodium plated. So some guy made it. Somebody made it to be nice. See what I'm talking about? How the little cups, the rhinestones have to fit. This one came out a little bit. These have probably been replaced. I'm going to go with they've been replaced. Because I didn't get this close up to it, but now when you get that close up, you can see they're too big for the cup. I don't have anything that gets that close except a loop. And I kind of don't loop every piece of jewelry that I see that comes across. I love this turtle. Look at this turtle. Well, this is a cute little one. I really didn't think much of it at first. You can see how those are all fitting well. I didn't really think they're all fitting into the cup. They're not like sticking out. So I really didn't think much about this pin. I just thought, it was like a 50s or 60s until, what do we got? Is there a signature? No. Until I actually took a look at it. It's another one of those things that kind of fell out into my lap while I was putting this show together. It's pretty substantial. It's pretty heavy as far as it goes. It's not a lightweight piece, but it's not very big. It's just really cute. You can put it in your hair, put on your little nurse's uniform. Hi, Marina Luna Magica. I was talking about how I met a girl in, I want to say the late 70s, named Cameron Moon and Stars. Maria, is there anything you're interested in? I have a few more minutes. I have tons of pop metal. Oh, I love this dog. I don't have the pictures to show. It's actually in the little advertising I made. But I love this dog. Love, love, love this dog. This dog, okay, so this dog was made by, I hope I'm saying it right, Agnini and Singer. Agnini and Singer, they made the jewelry. They were the first ones to make the jewelry for Eisenberg. So when you find unsigned pieces that can be, like this one here, that can be verified as an Eisenberg, like this one here, the guys that made this dog also made this beautiful Eisenberg brooch. And the reason I know it's Eisenberg is because Singer put this back here. See that ornate? Put that back on Eisenberg dress eclipse. Also, there's nothing that sparkles like an Eisenberg. I don't care what it is. It's nothing like an Eisenberg. Even Tafari couldn't match that. Anyway, so Singer made this little dog. There's actually a clip, or they made it for some, I want to say some bank, or yeah, I think it was a bank. So Singer, Singer used to make like stuff for like everybody. They promotional kind of items, and they stopped making jewelry for Eisenberg, who went exclusive with Fallon and Capel in 1935-ish, 6-ish. But until then, Singer made all the stuff. There's actually a card on a Eisenberg website that shows this little dog and that it was a Singer. Same number of rhinestones. Was pretty cool. I even counted and make sure I had the right dog. How about if I can find this coral necklace? Oh. Love this coral necklace. I just got this, I think, not too long ago. Look at this. Just so pretty. Such pastel colors, and there's so many different. Look at that little confetti bead there. Little faceted plastic. It's all plastic. Little faceted plastic beads, different colors, faux pearls. But the thing I like about these coral bead faux pearls is they're not peeling. I really hate that when they peel. It is 30 inches long. You can wrap it once. Here come my. I love this part. Whoops, here it is. Where'd it go? Okay, so there's the little signature on it. If you're wondering why my hands look so bad there, Maria, it's because I'm an artist, and I decided to embrace my hands because really I could go run and get my nails done, but in an hour I'll have them in chemicals and glue again. So there's the coral. It's a nice tight little clip. Beautiful beads. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Anything else? I am running out of time. I think we're going to go see if I can figure out how to raid the other guy. See, lives. Nope. Nope. Really? You think so, Joni? Okay, thank you. Can you, because I don't know how to do it. I forgot. I know I'm supposed to do something, and then it pops up. Let's see. Oh, wait, here it is. Okay, I'm rating. Everybody, we're going to go see Keenly Kirsten right now, live on Sunday night.